once again for the continuation of my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2 with narrative, analysis, and commentary. If you haven't watched the other videos, that might be helpful for putting this all into context. Basically, I'm playing through this game and using it as a little bit of research for a writing project I'm working on Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2's Westerns. And yeah, enjoying the game so far, for the most part. There's some stuff I could do without, but overall, I'm having a good experience so far, I would definitely say. Yeah, a very good experience, and you know, I mean, just as I expected to, it's pretty ripe with, I think, oh my gosh, what does this? Anyhow, just as I expected though, it's pretty ripe with symbolic importance, I guess I would say. Excuse me. Just because, I mean, thinking about it in terms of...
You stalking me too, Arthur?
The game is a Western.
You're getting crazy, Dutch.
Oh my god.
Well, I've always been crazy, Arthur. You know that. You are starting to unnerve me, friend. I don't think you want me any more unnerved than I already am.
What is going on here?
I think I caught you at a bad time. Just don't play games, Arthur. I ain't.
So as we kind of see, or have been seeing, like throughout the game, Dutch is really a really paranoid character. Actually, you know, the more I think about it, everything that he does, every mission that we do, which I think I talked about it last, in one of my, you know, one of the last playthrough videos I did, right? I talked about how, like, all the missions that we seem to be doing seem to be all, you know, obviously kind of responses that the gang has, or that, like, at least Dutch has for the gang to, like, their changing environments that they're in. Like needing to, you know, needing to kind of like one-up rival gangs and, you know, things like that. So.
Well, I'm gonna crack like a sausage if I don't move.
Why can't just have him only have a mustache? That's really weird. Why can't he just have a mustache? Anyway, and when we just saw like Dutch sitting there right now and talk to him and heard him talking to himself, it's obviously he's very...
I have a lot to think about right now.
Say, look, he's just very paranoid, obviously.
Okay.
He's very
Sorry.
on edge. And mean, of course, I know what happens in the game, but I know that it's that kind of thing is just only going to be made more and more apparent. Basically, the main lines that this game is throwing out from the very get-go, from the very beginning of the game, we're thrust into this scenario where um, like, you know, we're moving in the middle of winter because we're trying to evade the law, trying to survive, yada yada. That's all that Dutch has really cared about, you know, which you could say is part of his job, right? He's like the gang leader, he finds jobs for them to do, and they do them, and whatnot. But at the same time, like, these are all things that, like, Arthur and you know, some of these other people in the gang are obviously looking at and not necessarily, like, agreeing with to the full extent. They're not things that are necessarily, or that are necessary, you know what I mean? So just, you know, to say that Dutch seems to be kind of like acting on this paranoia and acting on this anxiety. But we'll see how it, like, I'm curious as to how it plays out, because, you know, what I just said is very broad. Everything that's happening is reacting to the anxieties, and Arthur is too, in a way. So it'll be maybe just of note to see how these characters react to, you know, these things in different ways. You know, how Arthur sees the problem is going to be different than Dutch and whatnot. So. A lot of action going on. I mean, there's definitely a lot packed into this game. You can't, for some reason, and, you know, I mean, just based on the things that I had seen, which wasn't a whole lot of gameplay or a lot of travel like this. It was more cinematics and stuff like that I was watching. But even just by doing that, by just watching the cinematics, to me, it seemed to, you know, really disconnect you more with, like, other people, you know, thinking that other characters kind of were occupying the same space, like, you know, like what I just experienced riding the horse from, you know, one place to the other.
That's an interesting way of putting
a lot of, you know, passing a lot of people and seeing a lot of shit.
Interesting very well. It's trusting I don't do so well.
Please.
This is Seamus. He's our new partner.
I ain't no such thing.
Prospective new partner, if he likes us.
Liking ain't the problem. Trusting is. As I said, keep your voices down. I don't want my boss hearing. This is a sideline.
Of course. Look at us. Honest as the day is long.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what. Let us prove ourselves.
Prove ourselves? To this clown? What you talking about?
Good day, Hosea. Good luck with your business dealings.
Listen, he's rough and ready and quick with his tongue, but I swear you can trust him and trust me.
I'm an old man.
You're not old, Seamus.
I'm old enough. And you know I ain't dead.
You don't trust idiots.
Exactly.
We're not idiots. Let us prove it to you.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Arthur.
Old Bob Crawford and his boys just bought a beautiful stolen stagecoach from upstate. It's in their barn. Now you go get that, and then we can work together.
Who's old Bob Crawford?
An acquaintance of mine.
So you want us to take out your competition?
Well, he's not just an acquaintance, but a cousin. By marriage, I also want to see if you boys got what it takes. Now, you survive that.
Where is he?
Well, he's in a farmhouse just northwest of here called Carmody-Dell. It's just up the train tracks as you're heading up towards Fort Wallace. There's also some money in that house, but that's your business, not mine. But don't kill nobody. Folks know we ain't intimate no more. They'll know it was me.
But you're fine with us robbing your cousin.
By marriage. And yes, I'd love it.
You heard the man. Let's go rob his cousin.
By marriage.
You know, something I was just thinking about was...
Really?
Really?
like,
Lead the way. He said
It's-
the place is just northwest
sorry,
of
I'm
here.
kind of like
You're the one who's
stoned,
been out
but
gallivanting around
also
here.
trying to
That's what you call it.
kinda
Clearly you
collect what I'm
recovered
saying.
from your bearing, Downer.
But just like what he said at the end of the mission,
Could
you
have
know,
played
like
that better, couldn't you?
when they just said
All
like, do you want us to
wanted me here
rob
to show
your
some
cousin,
strong
blah blah blah.
That's usually
It kind of
how
caught me off
goes.
guard almost for a
Yes,
second
but
because,
You know how this works.
you know, listening to the
Come
dialogue
on,
and stuff,
Dad.
like I
That
almost,
feller's a
you
joke.
know,
And that's why
maybe
it's
I'm not paying
perfect.
enough attention.
He won't cause us any problems.
Part of the problem.
A safe spot, defense wagons, and coaches.
But
That's easy money for us.
I kind of got the impression
I
that
guess you're
they wanted him
right.
killed.
Come on, it's not
You
like he's
know.
asking us to rob a bank. If the two of
And
us can't steal a
so then, like, when he
stagecoach
says,
from
like,
Seamus's old
talking
crooked
about
cousin
robbing
by
him,
marriage, we should
I was
hang
like,
up our
oh,
hats
okay,
now.
well, that's different. But at the same time, almost all the things that, like, were kind of, like, what's the difference between, you know, being hired to rob and being hired to kill in this game? I'm gonna let that one die. 'Cause, yeah. Man, my horse really is kind of tiny. I need to get a bigger horse. Get like a pony.
Easy. So what's the story with that Emerald Ranch? You find out anything else?
A little. Owner's a nasty type by all accounts. Seamus is sure scared of him.
That's not safe.
Hey, let's keep it down now. We must be close.
Fine. Don't tell me.
That must be the place up ahead. We should go on foot from here. Let's see what we're dealing with. Come on. There's the house. I see the barn in the back. Stagecoach has to be in there. Okay, let's take a quick look at the place.
Anyone around?
Yes. Okay. I reckon we can do it now. I'll head over, distract him by putting on a little show while you sneak into the house, find what you can, then get the stagecoach. Or wait until nightfall. Sneak in, then I'll get the coach. You can try the house. What do you think?
Let's do it right now.
Let's do it now.
Sure. All right, then. Don't follow me. Wait until I have you distracted outside, then sneak into the house.
Probably want to go hide around here.
My good man! My good young man. Fairly well, fairly well. Is your father home, son?
Sure is.
Get him down. Please, get him down here.
Get lost, mister.
I was lost. For many years. I was lost many years. Now I'm not. And you know what? Oh, here he is. Are you the father of the house?
Sure.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's that noise?
Oh, damn. It's really not quiet.
Oh, no! You're a goddamn dead man!
I told you to stay hidden, Arthur. Let's get the stagecoach. We need to leave now.
I found a lot in here.
Get on, Arthur. We don't have time to mess around here. Come on, let's get out of here before the law shows up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Idiot.
So I know that, I mean, obviously it's a video game,
Shit, there's a
and
man coming. Just play it cool. He might not know the situation here.
unlike a...
Damn it, he's go-
Headphone fell out for a second.
going for the law. Do something.
Let's get out of here, bro.
You have to stop him. Use your talents, Arthur. Slow it down a bit.
Wait, what? I don't understand. You became wanted.
Come on, let's get out of here before the law shows up.
Yeah.
Shit, there's a man coming. Just play it cool. He might not know the situation here.
Hey, mister.
Damn it, he's going for the law. Do something. You have to stop him. Use your talents, Arthur. Arthur, what are you waiting for? It's now or never. Get after him.
Aw, man. One more try. We got this. I'm gonna get that fool.
let's get out of here before the law shows up.
Yeah.
Shit, there's a man coming. Just play it cool. He might not know. Hey, take it easy.
There we go.
I guess he can't tell the law now. Okay, let's get going.
Nice.
We could have done this without killing anyone.
It worked out. We got everything we needed.
That's not the point. It might not have... What if there were more people around we didn't know about?
We dealt with them too.
All right, fine, it's done now. Let's just get back to Emerald Ranch and turn this in. So what were you able to lift from the house?
Found some money stashed away. Must be a few hundred, not too bad.
Not bad at all.
This was easier than hunting a 1,000-pound grizzly anyway.
No doubt. I won't forget that in a hurry.
I'm looking forward to your retelling of that one around the campfire.
It wasn't the first time Mr. Matthews had stared death in the eye. And as usual, he did not flinch.
Yeah, exactly. How long you think we're gonna stick around here for?
Not sure. Till we can't, I suppose. Feels like we're starting to get back on our feet, slowly but surely. Just need to keep at it. Dutch has a new money chest stashed in a safe spot away from camp, but it's a long way from being full. Okay, here we are. Just pull the coach into the barn there.
Yep.
Hello, Seamus. We met your cousins.
How was it?
Fine. Nice
killed 'em.
people.
Park that thing in here. Quickly. Nice work, Hosea.
It was mostly Arthur. Like I said, coarse but competent. Here. Thank you.
If you find any other coaches that need selling, I'll see what I can offer you for them. But discreet, you know.
Of course.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
I'm heading back to camp, I think. You coming?
Sure.
Yes, I mean, I was thinking with all that with the kind of options for killing people and whatnot, it's obviously different than a movie, right? Because you have the option of choosing how the character gets to the end point in a way. The end point's always going to be the same. So I don't know how much it really is different. I mean, it definitely is to an extent, but because I feel like whether or not you know, like whether or not I make the decisions to kill people as Arthur, and to, you know, even when I don't have to kill people in missions, if I make that decision to do that and am regarded as a worse person by the other characters in the game and all of that, if I have, you know, am more evil or whatever, you know, like in Fallout, you're like bad and whatnot. So whether or not I do that, Arthur's character is still a good character, and Arthur's position is still generally pretty selfless. Like, unless you make decisions that obviously are like not, like I've made some, like I let people fall off cliffs and stuff like that, but the overall, all the moves that are going to be made in regards to the story and the plot line, those are 100% going to generally like stay the same. mean, I could totally be wrong, and there's some things that would totally change, but, and I guess, like, what I mean in part is, like, the connection to the character and what the character represents, you know? Like, that's kind of the beauty of it, is that he can be the best character, or he can be the worst character, but overall he's still, you know, popular, and he's still likable, and he still has, like, all these very good qualities that are, you know, are kind of gendered and specific to what we also think of, you know. So, in that way, then it's very much, you know, I mean, that's just kind of a metaphor for the Western, really, is that ability to, you know, it doesn't really matter, like, what you do, more or less, as long as you have these kind of other certain qualities, other things can be, you know, passed over, forgiven, or whatever, you know, so.
Downs! Where are you? Oh, Mr. Downs! Downs!
You, whatever do you want?
Mr. Thomas Downs? You owe me money.
Oh, no, I'm...
We ain't a charity, Mr. Downs. Really? Threaten me, would you?
Please, I have a family, sir, please.
I don't care about your family.
I miss.
I'm working... I'm working as hard as I can.
We took your word. Now we'll take your hide.
If you want the money, you'll have to wait.
Why'd it have to come to this, huh?
Believe me, sir.
You ain't such a do-gooder, are you? If you're running out on debts...
I'm not running anywhere. I'm doing my best for you. Be reasonable.
You borrowed money from my business partner, Herr Strauss. You owe him, you took the money. He wants it back, what's not to understand? Where's our money?
I don't have it.
Sell your place.
We already owe more than it's worth.
Then sell your wife, or your family, or something. We ain't your idea of charity. Is that clear?
Thomas!
What are you looking at?
Thomas!
I said what you looking at, woman.
My husband isn't well. If we could just have more...
Like I said, we ain't nobody's idea of charity. Get us the money.
And that's where he gets TB. Yeah, so that's a perfect example of what I was just talking about. He can do these things where he's just like, you know, you're probably like, wow, like, what a bastard. But, you know, over time we'll come around. And it's almost weird because, like, he's a bastard through the same qualities that we love of him, right? The qualities of like loyalty, of doing like a good job, like, you know,
Yep.
Not a good job, but like he's good at what he does, and he tries really hard for the people around him, you know, that kind of thing. So But even through doing that, he's doing things that are bad. Yeah, what a perfect example, right? The debt collecting too, and you know. So definitely not like a working class hero or anything like that. But you know.
Ah, how did you get on?
Not so good. He's almost dead. And they seem more or less destitute. You were a fool for lending them the money.
Well, people who aren't desperate don't seem so interested in my propositions.
Of course.
So he's just like admitting that he's, you know, the debt guy. He's just right there admitting people don't even go to him who are comfortable. You know, people need loans when they can't survive on their own means, or you know, people who are desperate.
Oh, hello.
So he's preying on people who, you know, need that, which is interesting practice for, you know, a gang of outlaws who have these kind of like ideological tendencies, you know. They want to live free and blah blah blah. They might be more selfish for some of them, but why is this highlighted? A letter.
Dear Arthur, I've written this letter 100 times or more, and I cannot get it right. It's me. You know it's me from the bad handwriting. I know I said when we last spoke, and I was going off to get married, that we would not speak again. I know I said a lot of things, and I meant them, I suppose, at the time. But I'm not so proud as to not speak to people who care for me, or cared for me. I've been in Valentine for a couple of months. I had some bad luck, and, well, it's a long story and not an interesting one. But I am here for now. I saw a couple of the girls, or whatever the polite term is for them, that ran with you and your associates in town. And I heard tell of a man who sounded like you. I would love to see you again, if you could spare me a little bit of your time. I'm renting a room at Chadwick Farm, just north of Valentine. Yours, Mary Linton.
Sounds like a old lover or something, maybe? Interesting. Well, I know where I'm going. Oh shit, I don't want to play this game.
Lenny,
Hey, Arthur.
that knife's sharp enough, ain't it?
Depends. Why? You feel lucky?
Do you?
Oh, before me, at least 6 generations were born in chains. And for the last 3 years, I've been running from every lawman and bounty hunter west of the Lanahassee River. So yeah, I feel lucky. I'm the living embodiment of luck.
That is one way of seeing things.
But I'm also scared. And in this game, you got to have luck and skill.
And stupidity.
The Outlaw's Trinity. Luck, skill, and just a dose of stupidity. Come on. You ain't too old and too slow just yet.
After you.
As you wish. You know, we should head back up that mountain sometime and make Jenny a proper grave. Something nice. Oh, you on my turn.
Well, I know how to play,
Now,
but
boy.
how do I...
Ow.
it was gonna change.
Nice and easy. Damn it.
You're pretty good.
Was it?
I've had about enough of this.
Bye.
Yeah, it doesn't excite me all that much.
Come on, girl.
Alright, so we're gonna go meet Arthur's lady friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the second time
Yeah.
I accidentally unplugged my headphones. Yeah, I don't know, it seems like it's kind of early. Oh my god, this dude, are you serious?
They'll find pieces of
Enemies
your
with
big shit.
what does that mean? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
You know you're not supposed to have that horse in camp.
I'm here.
Already feels like Sean's been back forever.
Well, he makes his presence known.
He does that. So, a feller in town recognized me from Blackwater. That's not good. It's okay, though. I dealt with it. Anyway, I won't disturb you. Okay, Arthur. Let's go,
I don't get
girl.
what everyone's so busy with all the time. But it seems weird. I guess you must
All good
play.
out here?
I guess you must play as him sick for a really long time, because I was kind of surprised at how early, or maybe he just doesn't get sick for a little while. I was kind of surprised at how early that comes up. Sorry if you are watching this and you never don't know anything about the game before. Spoiler alert: Arthur Morgan gets tuberculosis. So, and spends a good amount of the game dying, and
Look at what we snagged! Dutchie's dogs, buddy! I told you he'd show!
oh, see you guys, bro. Nice. Good job, horse. Horse is a beast.
I just want to get a drink.
Hey, slow down!
Once and true. 2? Is there a 1?
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you, ma'am. Is Mrs. Linton in?
I'll go see.
Mrs. Linton, a caller for you.
Hello, Arthur.
Whoa.
Mary?
I heard you and your friends was around.
Okay. Where's what's-his name?
Died.
Huh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah,
too.
that.
Happened a while ago. Pneumonia.
Bad business.
Sure.
So,
Who's in the pneumonia business?
you've been made a widow and you come here looking for me, is that it?
No, ain't like that, Arthur.
Oh, okay.
My family. I need your help.
You mean the family that always looked down on me? You want me to help them?
It's my little brother, Jamie.
I always liked Jamie, at least compared to the rest of them.
He's broken Daddy's heart.
Daddy has a heart.
Don't make me beg you, Arthur.
My money, my life, me. I wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry. We need your help real bad. Little Jamie's joined the Chelonians, that strange religious order.
Good for him.
They're quite mad, Arthur. They'll kill him. You're the only person he'd listen to.
So, I'm too rough to marry into your family, but it's okay to ask me to help in saving your family.
I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to help me, but I think of you often.
Long time ago now.
I'm begging you, Arthur.
I say let Jamie live Jamie's life and not the nightmare that his daddy dreamed up for him.
Jamie's so innocent, Arthur. Please, Arthur. Will you help me?
Where is it?
Somewhere out near Carmody Dell.
I kind of wanted to say
the rancher
no,
there said
but
he'd
I wanted
seen him
to.
around the Cumberland Forest
Sounds
area.
interesting.
I just want him back, Arthur. If you find him, bring him to me at the station.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll owe you.
You already owe me.
You already owe me.
Let's go, girl.
Wow. That is some salt. Yeah, Arthur Morgan, the low class, poor outlaw kid, falling in love with the rich lady. Classic. Classic, classic.
Yeah.
I did hear that the clan was in this game too. Oh my god. What just happened?
Yep.
That's kind of interesting, I guess. Whatever, but...
messed up and died on me, twisted my ankle something fierce. Think you could give me a ride?
I ain't for hire, lady. Find someone else.
Oh. Well, right on then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. I like how this landscape changes quite a bit. Nice.
Old blind man Cassidy is not old crazy man Cassidy.
Yeah.
Ooh, this little grove. That's nice.
Yeah.
Why can't I just go up? Because it's a mountain. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately getting kind of tired. Didn't expect that. But I did want to play for a little bit. You know, I'd like to play for at least an hour. My other videos are taking up about like 2 hours at a time. Generally, it seems.
Yeah.
Which I think is, that's good too. But I'd like to go for at least an hour every time. But if that doesn't happen, you know, I'll be okay. I don't want to have like a million videos, but you know, it's a series, and I'll take my time and get there when I can, you know. Are these like early Mormons?
Gentlemen.
Mormons were before this too. The 1840s, I feel like.
Gonna speak to the boy?
Arthur?
Hello, son. Your sister is very worried.
The boy has chosen a path, sir. The path to truth.
Well, his sister just wants to speak with him.
Arthur? I've chosen a path.
The boy has chosen a path. He's chosen safety. What path have you chosen, sir?
I'm still searching, I guess.
We are all
Really
searching.
open up to them.
Chelonianism is about searching. What do we search for, do you think?
I don't know. Safety? Safety and meaning?
Jamie knows the truth. But of course, you may speak with him.
Exactly. If your teachings are so great, what harm can I do?
I'm not coming with you, Arthur!
Just come and speak with Mary. Then make up your mind.
Leave me alone, Arthur! I didn't ask for your help!
We got some fast music.
about this?
I don't have to answer to you.
Come on, you ain't stupid. You can see this is crazy.
You're the crazy one.
Damn, we gotta do this the hard way.
I was doing just fine by myself. Sorry, mister.
For Christ's sakes, Jamie, just hold up a minute. What are you gonna do, Jamie? Live the rest of your life in the mountains with those people?
They're my friends. If you don't leave me alone, I'll shoot you. I swear it.
What are you talking about? You ain't no killer.
You don't know who I am.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Horse just freaked out. Oh, because I think I was riding a lot. Oh man. Stupid ass Jamie. Well, I was wrong, y'all. This mission was not as interesting as I had previously hoped.
Chelonia.
Leave me alone, Arthur.
Chelonia.
Oh. Chelonia. Maybe I'll shoot his horse. Yeah, I lost him again. Man, I can't even see. Alright, just let me restart the check move. Alright. I'm gonna get it this time.
Leave me
Chelonia.
alone, Arthur. I didn't ask for your help.
Yep. For Christ's sakes, Jamie, just hold up a minute.
This isn't none of your damn business.
I'm making it my goddamn business.
Come on!
For Christ's sake, Arthur.
Come on, you ain't stupid. You can see this is crazy.
You're the crazy one.
talk about this.
You pop up out of nowhere?
Come on, Jamie, your sister's worried about you. Yeah. What are you gonna do, Jamie? Live the rest of your life in the mountains with those people?
They're my friends! If you don't leave me alone, I'll shoot you! I swear! What's wrong with you? If you don't leave me alone, I'll shoot you! I swear it!
What are you talking about? You ain't no killer.
You don't know who I am! It's above! Please, Arthur! I'm a man now. I found something. A calling.
You're just a kid. You're making a big mistake.
I'm not taking advice from you. You're an outlaw. You leave me alone. They're good people. I'm warning you, Arthur Morgan. Leave me alone.
Please, kid. Put that gun down.
I warn you, Arthur. I don't want to live anymore.
Kid, just calm down.
Leave me alone.
Now calm down. Let's go see your sister.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay, kid.
Have I been a terrible fool, Arthur?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But one thing I do know. There ain't no shame in looking for a better world.
I missed you, Arthur. Are you and Mary sweet on one another again?
Oh, no. That's all a long time ago, son.
Well, this wasn't how I thought today would turn out.
It's been a long time, Jamie Gillis. You were a kid last time I saw you. Didn't try to kill yourself.
You know, you taught me how to ride a horse.
Too well, apparently. Salonia, though? Really? You'd fall for that?
They were very nice to me.
He was just like...
They're decent.
He was like,
Sure.
everyone's...
Please tell me you didn't give them any money.
Of course I did. They rely on charitable donations.
Jesus, Jamie, come on.
I just wanted to believe that there might be something good coming my way one day. Guess that's dead in the water.
With the turtles.
Shut up. All Father kept telling me was, you won't amount to anything. You're not enough of a man. I had to get away. I couldn't take it anymore.
Forgive me, but your father's a bully and a coward. Don't listen.
Great music, too. Great
Hey, don't
music.
talk about him like
Slide
that.
guitar.
What do you want me to say, Jamie? He's a good father? Nice man?
He won't be happy I saw you.
Please send him my worst regards.
The thing is, he's right. I'm not good at anything.
Come on, that ain't true. Tell me something you like. Don't think too hard.
Apples, I guess.
Apples.
Yeah, I love apples.
Okay. I was thinking more along the lines of carpentry or horses or something, but... Alright, go work in an orchard then.
By that token, you must really like shooting and robbing people.
I only like shooting young idiots who run away from me when I'm trying to help them.
Father told me what you do.
I'm sure he did.
Hey, are you still with Dutch and... what was his name? Hester?
Hosea. Yep, still the same, sort of.
And Annabelle and Bessie?
I'm afraid they're dead.
Shit. Maybe Mary did make the right choice.
No doubt. But none of it is anything like the nonsense you read in the newspapers.
So, are you two getting back together?
I told you, no. Just ask me for a favor.
You know Barry Linton's dead? Pneumonia.
She told me.
So the door's open, so to speak.
That's all in the past. Different people now.
She's not. And you seem just the same.
Well, maybe that right there's a problem. She was always too good for me. Now, let's just get you back to your sister. She's waiting at the station for us.
Hello there.
It's very peaceful, not gonna lie. Yeah, I really like this. I mean, the cinematic mode is very much nice. I don't know. It's a very nice addition to the game. It makes traveling actually enjoyable because I don't have to do anything except press A, which seems pretty fair, and get to watch
Here we
the
are.
scenery and stuff. And,
Waiting inside.
you know, it's pretty interesting. I like it.
You're nervous about seeing her, aren't you?
Nice ride, girl.
Why is it so cinematic?
Make it quick or I might run off again.
It's kind of janky. Sounds like Chad making
We going in then?
What the fuck you think I'm doing?
Jamie! Jamie! Come home. Please. Father's been very sad.
Father wouldn't know sadness if it died in his bed. But I'll come home for you.
My boy. My sweet boy. Come on. Oh, Arthur. Thank you. Thank you.
It's good to see you, Mary.
And you, Arthur. And you.
And you.
Oh, you'll never change. I know that.
The fuck? Rude.
I feel like the luckiest man alive, and I feel like a fool. That woman confuses me and plays me for a fiddle like no one else alive. I trust I will not make a god-awful fool of myself once more, but somehow I imagine I shall.
I'll have to go back and look because in one of the missions that I just did, I had the thought that, you know, I keep talking about how Arthur Morgan's like such a good character and stuff, but obviously does bad things and acts like a bad person. But like even in his like acting shitty, there's still, you know, like we still sympathize with him to a degree. Maybe a little bit less at certain times, but overall, sympathize with him and you like his character. There was something he just did in a mission that made me think, oh, well, you know, like, he was pretty shitty. And, you know, it's interesting because, you know, in the moment, you know, you can be, like, turned off by it, right? Like, not thinking that, like, he's, oh, like, this great character or something like that. But there are these moments where, like, he just, like, blatantly doesn't care, and then moments where he, like, you know, and he's maybe not, like, very selfish, or it's just, you know, whatever. But they're sprinkled in between all of these moments where he's completely selfless. Partially tied to your decisions, right? Yeah, maybe tied to your decisions in the game. But despite that, again, you know, like I said, like the kind of overall, like the struggles that he still has, like with the characters, like with, you know, the issue that he just had, like with Mary, you know, where she's kind of like looks down on him for his illegal activities, how he makes money. How he probably carries himself, you know, he's poor, doesn't come from anything, kind of deal. So she looks down on him, right? And
Hey there.
that's the same, even when he does like this mission favor thing for her. Picture. Even when he does this thing for her, where he goes and saves her brother.
Evening, Arthur.
So it's kind of interesting how, you know, even with that, he can, you know, that would have happened regardless whether or not he, that would have happened regardless whether or not he did the mission for her, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is that, basically she would have been, like, turned off by him, you know, and just been like, oh, you're living this life and yada yada yada. Whether or not he failed or succeeded, because we succeeded, and she still said that. So if that's going to be the same struggle that he has when he does what he's supposed to, to me it just seems like that means more or less whether or not you make any decision, he's still going to have this, you know, internal struggle where he doesn't feel like he's a good person, even though he makes these, like, decisions.
I hear you saved Mr. Bell from a hanging.
I'm sorry.
Is this a save part?
Exactly.
We're all in this together, Mr. Morgan. I know you know that.
Of course, Miss Grimshaw.
This has been a shorter run, but good just as any other. And yeah, it's been a shorter playthrough, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because I get a little tired. But we'll pick it up again tomorrow or later on this week. Play a little bit more. Yeah. See how it's going. Been pretty slow with the narrative build-up. I'm actually kind of really surprised how little I've done with Dutch. Dutch has pretty much just been walking around complaining about stuff and, like, acting weird and telling me, like, to go do things. But I haven't really interacted with him other than be like, oh, I'm worried about you, and blah, 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 and, like, you know, other than kind of more at the beginning of the game. He's been pretty absent, which is interesting just because Seems like it's supposed to be a little bit more of a... Let me go talk to him real quick before I... What's up, dude?
Real heavy in Blackwater, Dutch. Posters of you and Hosea everywhere, Trelawney said. All the more reason to stay well away for now. I got no intention of going back anytime soon. Okay, well, let's talk more later. Okay.
Yeah. So... I wonder what that's all about. You know, and when... I mean, I know that there's going to be a lot more missions to go, right?
He's over by the tree behind the campfire.
You was? Okay. Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
And I was just saying I would do this John Marston one, but I am
Good evening,
actually falling asleep.
You good, Charles?
Yeah. Already wishing we left Sean hanging from that tree.
Oh, I know what you mean.
But anyhow, going good so far. Story's going a little slow. I'm curious about where Dutch is going to come in a little bit more. He's mostly been pretty paranoid the whole time. But yeah, this has been part whatever, 4 or 5, something like that, of my Red Dead Redemption playthrough with narrative analysis and commentary. This is Ansel Arnold. Thanks for watching.